Race number 7 in the 4th Breeders' Cup race on Saturday is the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Best place to play it? You got it. Naira Bets, a 10% bonus on all your action through November 5th. If it's new members only on Naira Bets, earn up to a $1,000 sign-up bonus. Head over to Naira Bets for more information. Lady Eli, she is the story every time she hits the racetrack, and she's trying to avenge this year a nose loss to Queen's Trust. Queen's Trust and Lady Eli both got exceptional rides and exceptional trips in this race, and there was no loser. It was just an inch separating the two at the wire. Queen's Trust got it done last year, beating Lady Eli, and she'll try to do it again. It's a 1 1/8 this year, and last year it was 1 1/4 miles. The 1 1/4 miles favored Queen's Trust over Lady Eli. The 1 1/8 miles is going to favor Lady Eli. And while Queen's Trust hasn't run well this year, she's been running on softer turfs. She prefers the firmer turf that she'll get at Del Mar, and her one firm turf race this year was a very good effort behind Highland Rio and other good horses at Royal Ascot. But Lady Eli, as evidenced by her big win in the Boston Spa, has been better than ever this year. This notion that she didn't come back the same after her battle with laminitis and her courageous fight back to the racetrack, in my opinion, is incorrect. I believe she's better than ever, and Chad Brown and his team have done an amazing job at getting her at the top of her game in her 4-year-old season as well as her 5-year-old season. There is no let-up in Lady Eli. Now, there isn't a ton of pace in this Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf, but that isn't necessarily going to hurt Lady Eli, because when she beat Avenge, and she beat another horse in this race as well, Good Year for Roses, when she came out earlier in the year at Santa Anita and ran the Gamely, she was close to pace. Lady Eli is not a deep closer. She can put herself in position, and she is the horse to beat in this race. But she's also one of 3 for trainer Chad Brown, and they're all contenders. Decida, a very, very good horse in her own right. She came a head short of beating War Flag. War Flag is Shug McGay's improving horse that is not without a chance as well when they ran in the Flower Bowl. But the horse you want to pay attention to is Grand Jete. Grand Jete was on everybody's radar when she should have won the Beverly D, a race won by Decida, but Grand Jete was best, buried in traffic and didn't get out till too late. And if she had gotten out, she would have gotten a 103 or 104 buyer, which would have put her on par of the best races that Lady Eli runs. In the Flower Bowl, because of her inside post and the lack of speed in the 6-horse field, the connections were forced to be aggressive with her. It didn't look like a quick pace on paper, and for the first half mile, it wasn't particularly fast. But keep in mind, while it was listed firm, there was real give in the ground. And it was the European Zakava, who had impressively won our Man of War against the boys early in the year, that turned up the pressure on Grand Jete down the backstretch. And they went at 23 third quarter. And that's what ultimately sapped Grand Jete and set it up for War Flag and Decida to win the race. Grand Jete is the horse you want out of that race. And she is the horse that I am interested in to possibly upset the mighty Lady Eli in this race, though I am not taking Lady Eli lightly. Let's take a look at another European in here, and that's Rhododendron for Aidan O'Brien. Rhododendron won a blanket 5-horse photo in winning the Prix de l'Opera. In that photo was another horse, Wahida. Wahida was the 4th place finisher in there, and she's going to try the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf as well. Now, Wahida apparently looks good out in California. I don't know what that means. I do know that she was scratched out of running in the Queen Elizabeth at Keeneland with a supposed foot issue. She obviously is doing better. I respect Rhododendron. She's okay. But at the end of the day, even though she was a distant second behind Enable in the Investec Oaks, I think Enable improved since then, and I don't want a horse out of a blanket 5-horse photo. I think the only European you want in here is Queen's Trust. Queen's Trust is good enough on a firm turf to get it done, but I think that Chad Brown's horses are very, very dangerous in this race. I understand Avenge, maybe the controlling speed. She's got to get there from the outside post, and keep in mind they start in the chute. I think Cambodia, a horse that actually beat Good Year for Roses and winning the Maybe, is the improving horse, and she's a long shot I could use. But I'm taking Grand Jete, the 8 on top, over the 9 Lady Eli and the 10 Queen's Trust and the 6 Cambodia 4th in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Race number 7, the 4th race on Breeders' Cup Saturday, and there's a 10% winner's bonus on all of your exactas, on all Breeders' Cup races throughout the weekend if you're playing through Naira Bets, and that 10% winner's bonus in the exactas, that's if you're playing on your mobile device. Best of luck.